Hello everyone. I don't know how do we intro this?
Fuck the Grammys.
Yeah, so this will just be a video going over the Grammy nominations this year. Spoiler alert, they kind of suck. There's some really weird omissions this year because it feels like there's a bunch of stuff that came out that should absolutely be nominated and it's just not.
Hop into it. I guess starting out with record of the year.
Record of the year there's a difference between record of the year and song of the year, which is it's so weird. Record of the year is to the artist and to the producers. Song of the year is to the songwriter. Record of the year nominations: Black Parade by Beyonce, Colors by Black Pumas, Rockstar by DaBaby featuring Roddy Ricch, Say So by Doja Cat, Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish, Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa, Circles by Post Malone, and finally Savage Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce, specifically the remix. Mixed bag, I'd say. I'm glad Dua Lipa is nominated.
I am as well. This is not one of my favorite tracks off the album.
It's still a pretty solid cut,
It's
I'd
solid,
say.
yeah.
I think Circles is also a really good nomination. I actually really enjoy Circles. Probably my favorite off of that Post Malone album, and that's not saying much. I think the Post Malone album was pretty weak. I think it's cool Megan Thee Stallion got nominated. I don't really like the remix of Savage. I think the original is much better, but I still think it's cool that she got nominated. I think Black Pumas getting some recognition is cool, even if I'm not that big on Black Pumas. I have to say, it's really weird that, like, Black Pumas are nominated for this, but Fiona Apple is not.
Yeah, you can definitely see they don't have a lot of variety in this record of the year. It's a lot of just popular rap, and then Dua Lipa and Billie Eilish are also here.
Yeah, popular rap or pop music, basically, and you just have Black Pumas kind of in there. You have Rockstar, DaBaby. I'm gonna be honest, I'm so fucking sick of DaBaby. He had, like, Suge, a good song, fun track. That's, like, the only track from him that I've enjoyed at this point. I'm so tired. He does the exact same thing on every single track. And then you have Black Parade by Beyonce, which is, like, I don't know, whatever. So I think this was released around the time the George Floyd stuff was happening. I don't really enjoy the song very much. It's okay. I think there's much better songs about this, like, issue that came out. Run the Jewels, Grammys. It's not a bad track. It just feels like they're kind of shoving Beyonce in here because Beyonce, when I think they're much better, more relevant tracks that they could have nominated here.
That's fair. They do really enjoy Beyonce, though.
Yeah. Oh, also, this is a Doja Cat track, which, whatever. It's fine.
I like Say So. It's probably the best off of that album, but the album isn't that great.
Yeah, and there's also the Billie Eilish track, which it's fine. I'm not a big Billie Eilish guy, but I think it's fine that she's getting nominated. I think it makes sense.
I mean, yeah, the Grammys really liked her last year, so it makes sense they like her this year too.
Album of the year, we have Chilombo by Jhené Aiko, Black Pumas, the Deluxe Edition by Black Pumas, Everyday Life by Coldplay, Jesse, Volume 3 by Jacob Collier.
This is literally the first time I've heard of this album.
Yeah. Women in Music Part 3 by Haim, Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa, Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone, and Folklore by Taylor Swift. There's some in here that I really want to win. I really hope Future Nostalgia takes this. I think Future Nostalgia is, like, a fantastic pop album. Just really great, super fun. The Jhené Aiko album is alright. I'm kind of surprised it got nominated.
Yeah, I am as well. I've been meaning to listen to this record, and I haven't yet. But this is not a nomination I would have expected.
I just haven't heard much buzz about this record. I don't feel like many people have been talking about it. I can't remember much about it because I listened to it, like, a few months ago, and then I never listened to it again because I just wasn't interested in it. Black Pumas, again, it's cool that they're getting recognition. It feels so weird that the fucking Fiona Apple record is not here.
Yep.
Like, I don't... if you're nominating like smaller artists for these categories, how the fuck is Fiona Apple? How the fuck is Fiona Apple's record one of like the most critically praised and talked about records of the year not here? Just feels like such a weird exclusion. There's Coldplay because of fucking course there is.
I mean, the Coldplay record isn't bad. It's not great though.
It's not bad. It's just it's Coldplay.
It is
like, of course
Coldplay.
the Grammys are gonna nominate Coldplay. The Jacob Collier record, I've never heard of it before this. You have Haim Women Music Part 3. That's pretty cool that they got nominated.
I don't really like the record. I know some critics did, so yeah.
I think it's a decent nomination. Haim has definitely had quite a bit of buzz behind them for a while. So, Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone. Please
God,
don't.
This record sucks.
I am glad Circles got nominated because I like that song. I think the rest of the record is kind of awful. It's just so like inconsistent. That Ozzy Osbourne track is so fucking bad. And then Folklore by Taylor Swift. That's a fine nomination.
I don't know. I like it. I wouldn't be upset if like Folklore won.
I'd kind of be. I think the Grammys shouldn't fucking pick Taylor Swift again.
I don't know. I kind of expected this point though.
That's fair. I just wish that they'd start choosing more like innovative and, you know, newer artists, Future Nostalgia especially, which I think is a great record. I'm rooting for Future Nostalgia here.
Of course.
Song of the Year, Black Parade again, from Beyonce. The Box by Roddy Ricch. Cardigan by Taylor Swift. Circles by Post Malone. Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish. I Can't Breathe by Her. And If the World Was Ending by JP Saxe featuring Julia Michaels. I haven't heard the JP Saxe song, so I can't comment on that. Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish, that's kind of expected. That's fine. I Can't Breathe by Her, I think, is actually a very good nomination. I think that's a very good track. Definitely coming out right after the George Floyd situation. I think it's a really fantastic track to nominate. I think it's a very good track in general. I think it did a really good job of responding to the situation. Don't Start Now is Dua Lipa. I think it's a really good track for sure. Circles, good choice. Cardigan is whatever. It's a Taylor Swift song. I'm actually really happy with The Box. I really like The Box. I think it's a really fun track.
It's kind of a banger.
Black Parade. I'd much rather if a song about like George Floyd, surrounding the George Floyd situation, wins this award. I really hope it's I Can't Breathe and not Black Parade. But yeah, not pretty decent category actually. I think as far as nominations go. They should have nominated WAP. I think WAP should be in both Song of the Year and Record of the Year. I'm guessing the Grammys are just prudes, or the people at the Grammys are just prudes, and don't want to nominate it.
Yeah, I guarantee you they think it's too vulgar.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, WAP is easily the biggest Song of the Year. I actually think it's a pretty good track. It's grown on me quite a bit after I first heard it. It just feels awkward not having it here. Also, a notable omission is The Weeknd.
Yeah, The Weeknd didn't get any nominations.
It's kind of amazing because, like, he easily has singles that should be on Song of the Year and Record of the Year. And I think his album should totally be nominated for Album of the Year. It's, like, literally one of the biggest albums to come out this year. And there's some really good songs on there that I think absolutely deserve nominations.
I don't know why The Weeknd isn't here. I kind of expected Halsey to be here, but she's not.
So, like, these aren't, like, terrible nominations. There's definitely stuff that I wish was here. It's not the worst. I mean, I guess it's better than last year.
The Juice WRLD posthumous album.
Yeah, did that actually meet the cutoff? That should have, right?
Yeah, it was released in July.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird that was not given anything. That feels like something that should totally have been nominated. Then we got Best New Artist category. We have a bunch of people that I haven't heard of. We have Ingrid Andress, Do you know? Yeah, I don't know who this is. Phoebe Bridgers.
Phoebe Bridgers. I think we've heard of Phoebe Bridgers. Also,
Yes.
not really a new artist, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's
That
most
happens a
of
lot
these.
with the best new artist category.
Is
In
there
fact,
artists
with
who've been around for like 3 or 4 years and they're just now getting recognition.
Which is really weird because Phoebe Bridgers had a lot of recognition, at least like in the indie community. But
I'm definitely okay with this nomination. I think she definitely
Yeah.
deserves it. We have Chica.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No, sorry. One Phoebe Bridgers' new project, great. I love Chica. Like,
Okay, I haven't heard of her before, so.
oh, she was in the XXL freshman class this year.
Oh, okay. I'll probably have to check her out.
I would recommend her Industry Games EP. It's a solid project.
We have Noah Cyrus, who's been around.
Yeah,
For, like, years.
Like Noah Cyrus has been popular too,
Yeah.
which is odd.
It's really weird. I swear to fucking God, if they choose Noah Cyrus in this category, I'm gonna die. She makes such boring music. We have D Smoke, who I don't know.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat, who's again been around for a little while.
Yep. Kaytranada also been around.
Yeah. And then Megan Thee Stallion, who is actually somewhat recent. She only
Yes. I mean,
started to
really,
get
like last year was her breakthrough year, I'd say. But
Yeah, out of this, actually, this is like a decent category. I think the people who I'm most interested in winning are Phoebe Bridgers, also Megan Thee Stallion. I'd be pretty alright with winning.
personally, Phoebe Bridgers, Chica, Megan, maybe Kaytranada. I mean, Kaytranada's music isn't like bad, but
Alright, next we got Best Pop Solo Performance.
oh
We
my
have
god, the
Yummy
first pick here.
by
Stop.
Justin Bieber. We have Say So by Doja Cat. Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish. Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. And Cardigan by Taylor Swift. I'm rooting for Don't Start Now, personally.
Yes. Don't Start Now. Wouldn't mind like Watermelon Sugar. I guess that track's fun. I would hate it if they picked Yummy. Gonna be.
Oh my god, that would literally be the worst choice out of all of these. The other nominations I'm pretty meh on. But I'm cool with Watermelon Sugar and Don't Start Now. Those are kind of the two I'd hope to win. Best Pop Duo/Group Performance. We have Un Dia by J Balvin, Dua Lipa, Bad Bunny, and weird name.
I haven't heard this track.
I haven't either. It's got Dua Lipa though, so I'm a bit biased.
That's fair.
We have Intentions, Justin Bieber featuring Quavo, Dynamite by
Not a fan.
BTS, Rain on Me, Lady Gaga with Ariana Grande, and Exile by Taylor Swift featuring Bon Iver. I don't really have anything here that I'm leaning towards. Probably the Lady Gaga track, I guess.
For me, it's probably the Taylor Swift Bon Iver track. I do enjoy that track. Most of these I'm not too really keen on. Again, I would hate if they picked the Justin Bieber track.
Yeah, the Justin Bieber track is probably easily the weakest one here.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
Best pop vocal album.
We have Changes by Justin Bieber, Chromatica by Lady Gaga, Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa, Fine Line by Harry Styles, and Folklore by Taylor Swift. Please let it be Future Nostalgia. I'm really hoping for Future Nostalgia. That record's great.
Or at least just not Justin Bieber.
Yeah, if it's not Justin Bieber, I'll be like decently okay with it.
I guess.
If Justin Bieber wins, it's like I genuinely do not know how Justin Bieber would win this. I'd be okay with Chromatica. I think Chromatica is a pretty good record. And Fine Line and Folklore I'm kind of on, personally. But
I like Folklore. It's not great, except for not as good as Future Nostalgia. But
then we have the Best Dance/Electronic Album. We have Kick Eye by Arca, Planets Mad by Bauer, Energy by Disclosure, Bubba by Kate Chandra, and Good Faith by Madian. Please let it be Kick Eye. It's not going to be. It should absolutely be Kick Eye by Arca. I think that record's incredible. It's one of the most inventive and interesting electronic albums of the year. I wouldn't be mad if the Madian record won. I know a lot of people really enjoy Good Faith. I think that'd be a fine choice. It's probably going to go to Kay Chandra because she's nominated for...
But we've seen plenty of Kaytranada love in the songs. Honestly, I don't think any of these albums are that bad. Definitely the Arca one is by far like the best. But all these albums they're solid.
Let's go to rock. Rock is weird because there's a bunch of stuff that's not rock.
Not rock. First of all, Fiona Apple, Shamika, not rock.
Very much not rock. You have Kyoto by Phoebe Bridgers, which is not rock. You have Not by Big Thief, which is sort of rock. I could consider that rock music.
Yeah, it's you could say it's like indie rock, I guess.
You have The Steps by Haim, which is, I'm pretty sure, is indie, knowing
Yeah,
Haim.
it's indie rock, pop rock-ish.
You have Stay High by Brittany Howard. I haven't actually listened to that track.
Not one of my fave tracks off of that record, but still, I appreciate seeing Brittany Howard here. I think that Jaime is like a really cool record. I hope it's pronounced Jaime and not Jamie.
And then we have Daylight by Grace Potter.
I haven't heard this track.
I haven't heard that either. I think Fiona Apple should probably win this, although I would not mind Kyoto winning. I think Kyoto's a really good track. I'm definitely, like, I think Fiona Apple should win. I wasn't the biggest on the Fiona Apple record, but, like, I definitely think she should win a bunch of stuff.
Yes. I love the Fiona Apple record. Shamika, fantastic song. Like every song in that record was great. Wouldn't like most of these nominations like aren't bad, I'd say. It's cool actually to see like Big Thief here.
Yeah, definitely.
Not what I would have expected.
Then we have Best Metal Performance, Bum Rush by Body Count, Underneath by Code Orange, The In Between by In This Moment, Blood Money by Poppy, and Executioner's Tax Swing of the Axe Live by Power Trip. I'm rooting for Power Trip here. Power Trip unfortunately lost their lead vocalist this year. I think it would be really awesome if Power Trip got the win here. I guess it would be cool if Code Orange won, but honestly, I kind of thought their newest record sucked, so I'm not that big on it.
Much to say, the only track I've listened to is the Poppy track, and I didn't like the Poppy record, so.
I don't think the Poppy record. I think the Poppy track would actually be a pretty interesting choice. We'll see. I'm not huge on a lot of these, but I definitely want Power Trip to win this. Best rock song, Kyoto by Phoebe Bridgers, Lost in Yesterday by Tame Impala. We have Not by Big Thief, Shamika by Fiona Apple, and Stay High by Brittany Howard.
Again, hope for Fiona
Yeah,
Apple.
definitely for Fiona Apple here. I wouldn't mind Kyoto. I think Kyoto's really good. Lost in Yesterday is a decent song.
It's probably my favorite off of the album.
Yeah, I think personally, I'm a big fan of Borderline off of that album. But yeah, I'm alright with Lost in Yesterday. Yeah, Fiona Apple should probably win this. Best rock album. We have A Hero's Death by Fontaines DC, Kiwanuka by Michael Kiwanuka, Daylight by Grace Potter, Sound and Fury by Sturgill Simpson, The New Abnormal by The Strokes. Sound and Fury is such a weird choice, because that's like a country album, sort of.
Grammys aren't the best at putting things in the genres where they belong, it seems.
I'd love to see Michael Kiwanuka win this, or I know the Strokes album is supposed to be really good.
I think of all these albums, I definitely like the Strokes album the most. However, like seeing Fontaines DC or Michael Kiwanuka take this would be pretty cool, I think.
Okay, I don't like the Fontaines DC record. I think I've listened to like a bit of it and I did not enjoy it. I'd definitely be up to see Michael Kiwanuka win this though. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Then we get Best Alternative Music Album, Fetch the Bolt Cutters by Fiona Apple, Hyperspace by Beck, Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers, Jaime by Brittany Howard, or Jamie.
I don't actually know.
One or the other. And then The Slow Rush by Tame Impala. Don't let it be fucking Hyperspace. Please don't.
But they suck Beck's dick. They really do.
I'm really hoping Hyperspace does not win. I think that record sucks. It's just so boring. Fetch the Bolt Cutters is definitely something I'd love to see win. And I'd also be pretty alright with Punisher winning. I think it's a very good record.
I like all the records except for the Beck one. Definitely Fiona Apple is the best in my opinion.
I'd be a bit disappointed if Tame Impala won. I'm not the biggest on the newest Tame Impala album. I think it was kind of weak for their stuff. R&B, Best R&B Performance. We have Lightning and Thunder by Jhené Aiko, Black Parade by Beyonce. We have All I Need by Jacob Collier, Goat Head by Brittany Howard, and See Me by Emily King. I don't really have an opinion on this.
It's kind of weird picks. The Emily King, I would not call her R&B. She's more like singer-songwriter. Oh no, I'm not really leaning towards any one of these. Maybe the Brittany Howard track. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't listened to Jacob Collier. Beyonce track. I don't know. Janae Aiko also haven't listened to, so can't say too much.
Best progressive R&B album.
This is one of the category titles that they changed.
Yeah, this used to be urban contemporary, instead of, doing the smart thing and like getting rid of the category, because this is just where they put the black artists. They just changed the name. Good job, Grammys. But we have Chilombo by Jenny Aiko, Ungodly Hour by Chloe X Halle. We have Free Nationals by Free Nationals by Free Nationals. We have Fuck Yo Feelings by Robert Glasper, and we have It Is What It Is by Thundercat. I'm kind of hoping for Thundercat because I think that would be cool.
Thundercat would be cool. I like the Free Nationals record.
For rap, the most disappointing part. Best rap performance, we have Deep Reverence by Big Sean featuring Nipsey Hussle. I actually think that's a really good track. We have Bop by DaBaby. We have What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow. The Big Picture by Lil Baby. Savage by Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce. And Dior by Pop Smoke. I hope Bop doesn't win. Bop is just so boring as a track. I'd be pretty excited if Deep Reverence won, honestly. I think it's a really nice track from Big Sean. What's Poppin' is very boring. The Bigger Picture, I actually wouldn't mind winning. I think that's probably Lil Baby's best track he's released. It's one where he actually demonstrates some lyrical skill and definitely does a good job of commenting on America's current situation. I think it's a track that like he actually kind of works on, I think. Savage by Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce. I wish this was just the normal version of Savage, because that version's way better. And there's Dior by Pop Smoke, which I think it's a fine nomination. Pop Smoke passing away, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. I think that's certainly a fine song to nominate. There's a notable lack of Run the Jewels here, I have to say.
It most certainly is.
I'm just I'm genuinely really annoyed that the Grammys didn't nominate Run the Jewels for anything, even though they easily have the best rap record of the year and some of the best rap tracks of the year. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed about that. Next we have Best Melodic Rap Performance. Rockstar by DaBaby featuring Roddy Ricch. Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake featuring Lil Durk. Lockdown by Anderson .Paak. The Box by Roddy Ricch, or Highest in the Room by Travis Scott. Personally, I'm actually rooting for The Box. I think that Box is an incredibly fun track. I also would be pretty cool with Anderson .Paak winning this category. Laugh Now, Cry Later is Drake, so it's Drake. Rockstar by DaBaby is so fucking boring. It's insane. And also The Highest in the Room by Travis Scott, I think, is pretty boring as a track.
Yeah,
so definitely
not a fan of the new Travis Scott.
Yeah, definitely rooting for The Box or Lockdown on this category. Then we have Best Rap Song. We have The Bigger Picture by Lil Baby, The Box by Roddy Ricch, Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake featuring Lil Durk, Rockstar by DaBaby featuring Roddy Ricch, and Savage by by Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce. This is basically just a combination of the previous two categories.
Yeah, we talked about these tracks.
Yeah, rooting for The Box again.
Again, yeah.
Yeah. Then we have Best Rap Album. Run the Jewels isn't nominated.
No, there's that Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist album, though.
That's a good nomination.
Is a good nomination.
They should have nominated Run the Jewels. Honestly, these aren't bad nominations. I think they're pretty decent. I just think I should actually go over them. I just realized. We have Black Habits by D Smoke, Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, A Written Testimony by Jay Electronica, King's Disease by Nas, and The Allegory by Royce the 5'9". Like, these aren't bad nominations. I think most of these albums are, like, generally considered to be pretty good. I think the ones I've heard have been pretty decent. I just think the Run of the Jewels album is so much better than all of the nominations that I'm genuinely shocked that it didn't get nominated for anything. And then I think that's basically it. There's some jazz stuff. I want to mention that the album Source by Nubia Garcia did not get nominated for anything, and that sucks. Because I think that album's really great. And then, like, I don't know, there's not much more, with the exception of one thing.
What's that one thing?
In best
contemporary
Christian music performance / song, we have... Oh, wait, no, this is the wrong category. Fuck.
It's in best contemporary Christian music album.
Yeah.
Jesus is King.
We have Jesus is King nominated.
Closed on Sunday. You Are My Chick-fil-A.
I don't know what to say, because on the one hand, I think it would be hilarious if Jesus is King won, but also I'd love it if it didn't win, so Kanye can stop making bad music.
He's not gonna stop. He's not
That's
gonna
true.
do it. He's Kanye.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just really funny that was nominated, and it's the only thing I know in that category. So I think that wraps up us going over these nominations. I'd say kind of a mixed bag. Kind of what I'd expect from the Grammys. There's definitely some omissions that really shouldn't have been omitted. Specifically The Weeknd and Run the Jewels. We'll see if they choose the good albums. They probably won't, though.
I have no confidence in really the Grammys, which is unfortunate, I think, because they don't really represent, I feel like, what is actually the best anymore.
Yeah. Where's the 100 Gex Grammys? Yeah, I guess I'd say the best nominations are definitely Arca. I think Dua Lipa getting a bunch of nominations is pretty cool. Fiona Apple also, I mean, she should have gotten nominated for a lot more, but
yeah,
something cool. She's at least getting nominated in the rock and alternative categories. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out.